What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Saints Banger here, and today we are going to be talking about the current Saints squad and what we need to do in January. As always, guys, please make sure to like and subscribe, and if you've got any questions, pop them down below, and let's get into the video. Okay, guys, so let's have a look at our current squad. So obviously these three keepers I think are fairly set. There have been some rumours about McCarthy going perhaps to one of the Premier League teams as a backup. If so, it's probably wise for us to get someone in. If we get an injury to our starting keeper, we probably don't want Lumley coming in. So I think getting a experienced backup is probably key, or promoting someone from the youth team up now to actually get them some experience in case we do actually need them. And in terms of the defenders, obviously at centre back we have got Stevens, Bednarak, Holgate and Harwood-Bellis currently. There has been talk that Mason Holgate is going back to Everton in January. Isn't really playing for us, so I can see why. However, if that does happen, we probably need to get someone else in, having a extra option, just because Jack Stevens has only just come back from injury, and if we have an injury, for instance, to Bednarak or Harwood-Bellis, we're going to be in a bad position. Similarly, at fullback, it looks okay for now with Ryan Manning and Larios as the two left backs, Bree and Walker Peters, who can play both sides. My issue here is obviously if we lose Walker Peters in January, then we're going to be extremely light at the fullback position, and obviously Walker Peters is a really key option for us. So yeah, just have to be careful here. Make sure that we've got enough squad depth, and if players do actually leave, that we get some good options in to replace them. I think in midfield we've got some good depth with Stuart Armstrong, Joe Aribo, Smallbone, Flynn Downs, Alcaraz and Shay Charles. We will be losing Aribo in January due to the African Cup of Nations. My only issue with this midfield is perhaps a lack of goals. The only real players that have been scoring this season, apart from last game, have been Adam Armstrong. He's been getting a lot of goals and assists. And yeah, if we can get one of these to actually start scoring a few more goals, whether it's Alcaraz or Stuart Armstrong, that will really help to take some pressure off the other guys. I'd also note that if we do get a long-term injury, for instance, to Flynn Downs, I don't think having Shay Charles is enough. If we do get any problems in that area, I would expect Saints to actually go out and sign someone. It's such a key spot for us, and we've seen that when Flynn Downs doesn't play, it does impact the whole team. So having enough options in that area is also going to be key for us moving forwards. And then in terms of the forwards, we do have quite a bit of depth with Ryan Fraser, Adam Armstrong, Che Adams, Ross Stewart, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Edozie, Mara and Amo Amior. We're obviously getting Ross Stewart and Sulemana back in January. I'm not sure if Sulemana is going to AFCON or not, but even so, having those two back is going to be a big boost. In terms of Che Adams and Sekou Mara, both have been linked with transfers out. Che Adams, I do expect to leave. There has been quite a lot of links to those bottom end Premier League teams. So I would expect him to actually go in January, and Mara has been linked to moves on loan back to France. Mara has shown flashes. Obviously, he scored in his last game, but as a whole, hasn't really done much. And obviously, if Ross Stewart comes back and is healthy, there's going to be a real lack of space for all these forwards. So I do expect a couple to actually leave. And as a side note, it would be nice to see Amo Amior get some minutes from January moving onwards. He had a really good preseason. He's looked good for the youth team. So hopefully he can really push on, get some minutes in the second half of the season. He's very good on the ball, likes to take players on, create chances, good on both feet. So yeah, hopefully he can really push forwards from January onwards and be a important part of the squad for the promotion push. In terms of transfer rumours currently, the biggest rumour is about Kyle Walker-Peters. West Ham are heavily interested, and there's been talk of there being some sort of swap deal with West Ham, with Walker-Peters going to them, and then us getting in return Ben Johnson, who is a young right back, and then Danny Ings as another forward option. Now, obviously, Danny Ings did play for Saints previously, did very, very well for us. Didn't leave on the best note. However, if we can get him fit, healthy, and scoring, will be a huge asset for us moving forwards. My biggest issue with this is obviously losing Walker Peters. He is a very, very key piece for Saints, very good on the ball and is important for us both in and out of possession. Whether Ben Johnson would be someone that could play as well as him in that Russell Martin system, I'm not too sure. From what I've seen of Johnson, he's better out of possession rather than being on it. And yeah, I just don't know if he's going to actually fit the Saints system as well. Obviously, it's a balancing act between losing Walker Peters and gaining 2 players. But if it impacts the overall team and how it plays, I'm not really sure if it's worth it. For instance, I'm not really sure why we're not just going after Danny Ings on his own rather than having to include Walker Peters. I'm sure we could sell Che Adams, get Sekamara off the wage bill slightly, and yeah, just go after Danny Ings on his own, keep the rest of the squad as it is, and then you've then brought in a decent striker. And like I mentioned, if we can keep him healthy, get him scoring, he'll be a really good asset for us moving forwards. And as I mentioned, finding someone perhaps in that midfield area or even another forward that can start contributing is going to be very, very key for us. Adam Armstrong is obviously top of all of these ratings here. Top goal scorer, most assists, and obviously combined has the most as well. He's also highest on our expected goals, goals per 90, and also his overall match rating. And yeah, he's just someone that is very, very key for us. Obviously, if he has a dip in form or, touch wood, he doesn't get injured, that's going to be a really, really big problem for us. So yeah, finding someone to actually help contribute at the top end of the pitch has to be, and it's going to be a really big priority for Saints moving forwards. Okay, guys, that's going to be all for today's video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you've got any questions about anything that I've mentioned in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.